Hey everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to our next episode of Kingdom Death Monster. This will be the showdown for Lantern Year 8, and we are going to just go tackle a level 1 Screaming Antelope, which hopefully will not do us in too badly. Now, again, the special setup rules with the acanthus plants, normally you can't set them up the way I did, but with the special rules of the Screaming Antelope you can, and so that's why that looks the way it is. Now we are taking with us on this adventure, on this hunt, we are taking Nona, the wise fool of darkness, Beowulf, the wise savior of the lantern, Sif and Ragnar, the wise savior of the lion. You know, we're going to go at it. Now Ragnar is our savior. Beowulf is actually not a savior. I don't know. I think it's not. I guess he get the title. He just didn't. Yeah, that's right. He rolled the title. Ragnar got the title because Ragnar is actually a savior, meaning he's a special child, and he is going to become a great leader, or die and wink out of the universe very quickly. Or I'll take him on a fight with a phoenix and maybe he'll de-age or poof out. Who knows? It's hard to tell at this game. People die quickly. Anyway, as you can see, we got the terrain set up on the board. There's all the acanthus plants. There's this bug thing here. There's a dead monster. The antelope killed a monster, and it's there. And we have to enter on the far side of the board, so I picked where we entered over there. And so up on the top of the screen there, you have the red-headed Ragnar, our savior. Then you have Beowulf next to him, and then Sif next to him. And that's a different miniature. I had a different miniature that I had started painting. I hadn't quite finished her yet, but that's her. Anyway, and then you have Nona next to him. And they're going to try and kill the Screaming Antelope. Now, the first thing that happens, we didn't ambush it or anything, so the Screaming Antelope is going to go first. We're going to get right to that. So let's get started and enjoy this showdown. I don't think it'll be a particularly long one because we are pretty tooled up against this creature. So one thing I want to point out is I did make these bone earrings, and they're absolutely useless in most of the cases that I would be using them at this point. So they're cool, but they're not. Anyway, here's our first AI card. Gore, okay. Full move in the direction the monster is facing. Turn and face the closest survivor. Well, that is really bizarre. Okay, so we're going to go. Now, this is a level 1 Screaming Antelope, so its movement is going to be 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. And it'll turn around, face the survivors because it realized they're there, I guess. And it says math. Then it's going to pick target random survivor in range. There isn't one, so it's going to graze. So it will move one more forward and eat this acanthus plant. Totally useless for everybody, including him. It doesn't do any good. And that was his turn. Yeah, we got a long way to go get to him now, so we'll take our time getting up there. He'll come to us, I'm sure. But let's go around to the players' turns. Okay, first up we're going to have Nona. She's just simply going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the grass right here, or 5 rather. Boom, to right there. Oh, wait a second. She's got reduced movement. She's going to right there. I forgot that she has an injury that reduced her movement. Oh, it's the acid palms. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's her deal. So she's there. She's doing okay. I mean, she's tooled up and ready to go. We got armor on her. We're good. We got 5 points of armor in the head, 2 points in the body, 1 in the midriff. I got to make sure I get all that. So 2 in the body, 1 in the waist. She's got a founding stone. She could throw the founding stone from there and critical this thing right off the bat, but that'd be a total waste. Alright, so what else can she do? Does she have any stuff? No, you can't get rid of traits. She could get rid of a mood. Nah, she's just going to stop there. That's going to be her turn. Okay, Beowulf, he can make a full movement of 5. And unfortunately, we could surge. No, that's an attack, not a dash. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Wow, that's not very good. And I guess he could... No, he's not going to pick up the... Can he do anything with outside of the stuff? Oh, by the way, because of the stone noses, when he arrived, he does gain 1 survival and 1 insanity. He's full on survival, but that does put his insanity at 4. That could be helpful in this fight. We'll see. So he really can't do anything in addition to that either, so he's going to stop there. And then we're going to have Ragnar go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll pick this acanthus plant, so let's get one of those out. Roll a d10 and see what comes of it. Here we go. So we're going to roll a d10 on this. What do we get? A 1. That's going to mean he takes an injury, doesn't he? Yeah, something bites you, suffer an arm damage. Archive this terrain. So, okay, so something bit Ragnar as he was trying to pick the acanthus plant. Ouch. Takes 1 point to the arm. He actually does not have any arm armor, so he took a light wound to his arm. Okay. Then we're going to have, last but not least, Sif will go. Sif is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the grass there. And that's going to be the end of her turn. She might as well use her action to hide in the grass. It's not going to really help her unless the thing just bolts, but here's the deal with the tall grass. It says if you spend your action, if you're standing on a space occupied by tall grass, you disappear into it. You have, if you have the priority target token, remove it. We don't. If you are not a threat until you attack or move out of the terrain. So she just disappeared into the terrain right there. The rest of them are just moving up. Oh, and we archive this piece of acanthus right there. All right, that's it for the players. We're going to move back around to the antelope. Okay, let's see what his next card is. Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range. There are none. So he's going to graze again. Okay. And then he'll intimidate. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. He'll eat this acanthus and then he'll intimidate. The screaming antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgled moan sound from its undermouth. Turn to face target and roll a d10. Okay, I guess he'll turn to face target. Doesn't have a target in range though, right? So it says no target, but then it says intimidate target. So did he just graze or did he do this? I don't think he was in range of this. Because it says the screaming antelope begins to stomp, gurgling out. Turn to face target. Well, he didn't have a target. There was no targets in range. And he grazed. So I think that's what he did. I don't think he actually does this part. Well, even though there's a break there. So I'm going to say he does. He does do that. Because there's a break there, which typically means you do the next step. So he's facing a target, which I guess that would be Ragnar. On a roll of 4+, he suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. In addition, if the target is insane, Ragnar is not, and that's interesting. So we'll see. Or 1. I rolled a 1 again, so this doesn't actually do anything. Because it was a 4 or better that took effect. So nothing happened to Ragnar. And that's the end of the antelope's turn again. Really slow start for us, huh? Alright, well, let's continue on and see if we can get something going with these guys. Next player's turn is up. Okay, well, I was trying to figure out what we were going to do with this scenario, and I think to start off with, we're going to move Nona up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and she'll pick this acanthus plant. See what we can get out of it. If anything, probably just going to do us in again, right? Okay, so we roll a d10. What do we get? Gonna change dice, and I rolled a 1. At least I'm getting them out now with the acanthus plants, right? So Nona took a point to the hand. Arm. She doesn't have any arm armor either, so that gives her a light wound in the arm. We're getting bitten. And then, let's see. Oh, God. All right. Sif, she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and check this dead monster here. She's going to do that. Well, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, she's not going to do that. She's going to use the bone darts. They have a range of 6. She's going to huck them at the antelope. Now, it's only one, and she needs a 7. I don't think she has anything. She doesn't have any accuracy bonuses, so she needs a 7 or better. An 8. She actually hits the antelope. Wow, what do we get? Gnarled horn. Okay, so there's a failure effect. Now let's look at our strength there with the darts. She has a +1 strength. She got a +1 strength token from Nona. She's got the monster tooth necklace. That's a 3. So so right now, toughness of 8. Monster. The bone darts are a 3, so that's a 6. So we need a 2 or better to wound. A 2, well, exactly. Just double check that. I don't want to cheat on that. We have this. Okay. So the monster tooth necklace gives us 1. The bonus token from Nona's red fist gives us 2. She has a strength of +1. That's 3. Darts are 3, 6, 7, 8, 2. Okay. So we did succeed. We did not fail. We did wound the antelope, and it didn't do anything. So good. We start off. We're getting there. And that is the end of her turn. Okay, Beowulf, who's the guy in the all cool white line outfit, he's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, because he really can't do anything else. I'm trying to look at this. He could do the pounce move, but that would be 3 spaces in a straight line. He's still too far away, so he's going to go there. He'll search the monster. The dead monster, since he has no ranged weapons or anything he can do to attack it at this point. Just the pounce, but with the white line coat, but he's just a little bit too far away. So, well, let me see. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're going to roll a d10 for this dead monster and see what we get. Hopefully we roll a 6. That's better than a 1. Gain 1 random basic resource and archive the terrain. Okay, we'll gain a basic resource. All right. Basic resource time. Let's see what we get. An organ. Okay, that's good. I like that one. That one's a good one because it can be used as anything, and that gives us another resource. Okay, so left to go we have Ragnar. Ragnar doesn't really just want to be directly in his line of sight, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll go to there. He'll go right there, and he'll pick up the acanthus plant as his action. Again, he doesn't have anything to do at this point in time. And we'll roll, again, hopefully roll something better than a 1, a 3, which I don't think is going to change anything. Let's see. 1 and 2. No, it does. 3, find nothing, archive the terrain. Okay, so he didn't find anything there. We're getting no fresh acanthus out of this. Oh, and this big monster terrain is archived. And there we are. That was our player's turns. That's all we could do because we got to get closer to him since he ran far away. Let's go back around to the antelope's turn. All right, let's draw his next AI card. It is Bolt. Choose knockdown survivor. There are none. Furthest threat in range. That would be Ragnar. I think. Just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's going to be Ragnar. Okay. Then he will. So he has a furthest threat in range is going to be Nona, actually, because he's out of range. So it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not put him in range. 1. See, 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The furthest one in range is actually going to be Sif. So it moves up to Sif, because that's actually in range. And then it's going to attack with 1. It's got an accuracy of 2 and a damage of 1. So let's see if it hits. It probably will. Now, yeah, it did. Now Sif is wearing the full rawhide garb, so it needs force to hit her on a normal attack of 2. But it did not. It did not miss. It hit her, and it hit her in the hand. She's just going to take it 1 point in the hand, or arm location. She's got 2 points of armor everywhere. So she's good. So I mark that down. She's got 1 point of armor left in her arms. And that was the entirety, I believe. Oh, and then there's a full move the Screaming Antelope in a straight line away from all survivors. Wow, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it runs way back here. bolted, ran up, attacked, and then ran away. Wow. Making it really hard for us. Because now Nona's not in range. I was planning to shoot with her next turn. Now she's not in range. But let's go back around to the player's turns. We got to corner this guy somehow. That's what we got to do. Anyway, Nona's just going to move to here and pick up this bug patch. I mean, what else are we going to do, right? We've got to chase this thing down. We're going to get it to come to us. And then we're going to roll on this. It says, roll a d10 to scavenge. If carrying scavenger kit, add +1 to the result. This is very strange. Oh, I see. Very strange. Okay, let's roll and see what we get. We got a 7, so it's just going to be this one. Gain 1 random vermin resource and archive the terrain. So we gain a random vermin resource. Okay, let me get that. We haven't had much use for the vermin yet that we've collected, but at some point we get a nightmare tick. That makes sense with the antelope, by the way. That's thematic because it is covered in ticks. Now, the cool thing about those is we have the cooking ability now, and eventually that will be helpful to us. All right, well, we're going to go next with, I guess we'll go with Sif first, or second. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll move to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's going to throw darts again. That is who has the darts, right? Just double check. Yes, we're going to throw the darts again at the antelope. A 4 is going to miss. So she missed with the darts. Okay, Beowulf. Oh, we got something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boosh. Except, no, he has to use both his spend your move and action to move 3 spaces in a straight line. Then if you move 3 spaces, activate a melee weapon, strength +1. So he still can't surge, but what else can he do? I'm looking to see. He can't do anything else. He just moves up there. It's going to probably attack him. I don't know. We'll see. And then Ragnar is just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Yeah, that's it, guys. Beowulf's trying to goad this thing into an attack so it'll stay around so we can fight it. We're having to chase it across the board, making for a long, uninteresting fight. But it is the antelope's turn again, so let's go to the antelope. Okay, here's our next AI card. What do we get? Crush and Devour. Closest threat in field of view. In range. Okay, none. So closest survivor in range. Well, that's Beowulf. So it's going to turn and move and devour. 2 speed before damage. If any attack rolls hit, target gains gobbled up survivor status card. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't happen. We're going to have to dodge the heck out of this if we need to. But it moves up to here and attacks Beowulf. Now, Beowulf has a couple things going on for him. He's got... I don't think tough is going to help him in this case. That's only on severe injuries. Yeah, he's got a lot of survival, but I don't know if that's going to help unless the thing just misses. And it's going to need a 2. So here we go. Yeah, it hit both times. So he is going to suffer the gobbled up thing, but we're going to get, before we do damage, we're going to get the gobbled up status card. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board and place them on this card. Then read the Crush and Devour story event at the start of your act. Crush and Devour masticated. If the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round, Crush and Devour regurgitate. Okay, so we're going to have to play this out. Take Beowulf, unfortunately, put him on this card, and then we're going to get the book out to tell this story. Okay, the survivor disappears, shrieking into the screaming antelope's giant undermaw. You are masticated. All right. So this says, it says to do that on the, just to read the card again, it says to do this on the, at the start of your act, do that. So we're going to keep that out. It is not the start of his act. This is the antelope's attack. So I guess we still do, if any rolls to hit, target gains gobbled up survivor status card. Does he still take the damage? Because it says before damage, right? And then it says, I don't know. Because it says before damage, and it says if any attack rolls hit, Target gains the gobbled up status. And it says to remove him from the board, so is he effectively a target at this point that he can be hit from the board and place them on your card to devour. It doesn't say, it says that this, and then crush and devour. Okay, so you don't do the mastication though until the start of your act. If the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round, regurgitate. Okay, so I'm going to say he does suffer the damage. I guess he can still dodge one of them. This is confusing to me because the way this reads. I wish it said you still take damage or you don't take damage. That would have been awfully nice if this card had said that. But he did take 2 hits, so I'm going to say he takes. He's going to take them. So he's going to take 1 in the arms, which put him down to 1 armor in the arms and 1 armor in the legs. He's just going to take it. Not going to use his. He's going to use his survival elsewhere. Maybe. Okay, and that is the entire turn of the Antelope. That's what he did. He did the Crush and Devour on Beowulf, and then we go to our player's turn. So let's do that. So let's just start with Beowulf then. We'll start with his activation, or his act, in other words. See what we get. A 9. What does that do? 7, 8, 9, 10. With a burst of ferocity, you fight back. Roll a d10 on the chart below. What do we get? A 9 again. You are suddenly bitten by a pulsing organ. You tear it free. The monster suffers 1 wound. Gain the second heart strange resource and regurgitate. Suffer 1 damage to the arm location. Okay, well, so his arm location is now, has 0 armor. Okay, 0 armor for that. And he's going to suffer regurgitation. 1. You wonder if you are dead. You are knocked down and suffer 1 brain damage. Okay, that puts him at 3 insanity. He's knocked down, but he's out of the critter. So I'm going to put him back on the board. That was a great way for him to go, and we get a strange resource, the second heart. Okay, there is the second heart, strange resource. Beowulf is there laying on the ground. So that he hasn't done anything yet, though. He just rolled. We rolled on the mess. We got to do that. So I wonder if I can encourage him and get him up. I think I can, actually. Is Nona within range? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is. So we're going to take a shot with her bow first. First thing she's going to do is not stand Beowulf up. She'll do him at the end of do that at the end of her turn, her action. She's going to shoot with the bow. She needs 7s. She's got no accuracy bonus. She gets 2 dice. So she rolled a 3 and a 2 and missed, which is so typical of her. Then she'll spend a survival. Guys, I mean, this seems legit to me. I don't think we used an action. She's going to spend a survival to get Beowulf back on his feet, so he can take his actual action. Actually, I don't know if that's true, because it says on his act happened. So he was knocked down. Yeah, I'm going to say no, that doesn't work. He's knocked down. I mean, we can get him back up, but I don't see the point, because right now he's not a threat to the beast if there's a reaction. But, of course, Nona... Now, I did remember, Nona can't move and shoot. Can't move and shoot. I got to remember that with the catgut bow. It is cumbersome. I forget that quite often. So, anyway, we're going to go then with, I guess, Ragnar. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at least be able to attack finally. Ragnar is going to attack with his rib blade. Remember, he's got the rib blade. He should do pretty well with that. He's got a +1 luck, which is good, and it's deadly. So that means that right now we can critical on an 8 or better during damage. He needs a 6 to hit. He does not have any particular accuracy bonuses from his stuff. He has evasion, though. But anyway, let's go take a swing at it. He's going to swipe at it with the rib blade. Okay, 1 attack, 7. So he actually did hit it. We're going to hit it in the restless inner thigh. Has a wound effect. If he wounds it, he's very likely to wound it. It needs a 5. It's got a basic strength of 5. He has a... No, he doesn't have any bonuses to strength. And he's got the bonus from Nona, though, the strength token. So he's at a 6 against a... So he wounds on a 2, basically. Yeah, he wounds on a 2, criticals on an 8. A 2, well, he just hit, so we are going to take the wound effect, but then we're going to look at this. Your attack disables the monster's powerful running muscles. The Screaming Antelope gains -1 movement token. Wow, that was good. We'll take that. All right, here is that. Okay, so he's got -1 movement. He's only moving at a 5 right now. Good job. Ragnar, that was awesome. Okay, next, last up we have Sif. Sif is going to get in there with her dagger finally, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can't get all the way there, so she'll attack it from the side with her scrap dagger. She's going to roll 3 dice. She needs 7s. She does not have any accuracy bonuses, so she just needs 7s. All right. Wow, so she got a perfect hit and 2 misses. Does the perfect hit do anything with the dagger? On a perfect hit, the edge sharpens, gain +2 strength for the rest of the attack. So let's see where she hits it. Restless chest. Okay, wound. So if we wound it, we're going to do something, but we're likely to wound it this turn, right? Because so the dagger, scrap dagger, has a strength of 2 normally. We get the +2 strength for the perfect hit, so it's 4. She's got the monster tooth necklace for 5, her strength bonus for 6, and the token for 8. So she only doesn't wound on a 1, a 4. So she wounds, and then we're going to take this wound effect. So we're getting him. We're getting him. It's just been hard getting up to him. Turn the Screaming Antelope to face the attacker and full move in a straight line. Of course, that's what happens, right? So let's kind of get over here. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, it would move 6, but it's at the edge of the board anyway. She, unfortunately, has no way to get away from being knocked back. So it will be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it doesn't say bash. It just says when you kind of just get knocked back. So it knocks her back, does not do any... I'm just going to double check that again. I like to make sure I have those rules right. They did change them in the 1.5 rules, and that's why it's making me rethink things. Actually, it doesn't even say that. It just says they're knocked down. I'm going to look it up again. In the glossary, it just says they're knocked down. But I'm going to look it up and also see under the attacks, stuff like that, see if it helps me with that. I thought there was a section on it that talked about collisions. There is somewhere. Let me look it up. Just want to be double checked to be sure. Actually, I got to remember this. When the monster collides with a survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level at a random location. So it did knock her down, but it also then does 1 point of damage to Sif's head. Sif has 2 armor in the head, so she takes a point of damage in the head. And that's that. That was a reaction, so she can't dodge it. But it wasn't an attack. Anyway, that's the end of that. So we are going to then... That was the completion of the player's turns. Let's go back around to the antelope now. Okay, what do we get? Ram. Turn... Okay, furthest threat facing in range, none. Furthest survivor. That's going to be... Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be Nona. Okay, so Nona for the survivor. No target. It does not have a target, so it's going to graze. So he says no target because there's nobody in range. For the survivor, it can't actually reach anybody. So it will move to graze, which isn't good because it's going to go to here and it's going to get its graze ability, which is on the basic card right here. Monster full moves to the closest acanthus plant and ends its turn there. Archive the plant and heal 1 wound. So it took the last of the acanthus plants off the board, and we're going to heal 1 wound. Okay, and I think that goes, yeah, at the bottom of the... I'll put the bottom of the II deck. Okay, boom. I think that's how it works, if I remember correctly. Let me just say, it should say... Yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright, well, he healed a wound. That was not good for us. But that's the end of the antelope's turn. The reason that is because, remember, he's got a -1 movement token, so he couldn't actually reach any of those people that he was after. But that's the end of his turn, so that means that these guys, fine folks, all stand up. That's good. Sif's already behind him. That's good. And we're going to continue on with the next turn. So let's take the next set of actions for the players. Well, Nono sure would like to get a point of proficiency with her bow, so she's going to shoot first. Remember, she needs 7s. She missed again because she's terrible with her bow. Terrible. We need some accuracy bonuses or something. She's got bonuses in every other way. Alright, well, that's the end of that. And then that's her whole turn because she's got a cumbersome weapon. Next up, I think we're going to do Sif, who's going to strike from behind with the... No, we'll do Beowulf. Beowulf. 5 dice rolling Beowulf is what we're going to do next. So let me get the dice out. We're going to roll some attacks for Beowulf. Now remember, why does he get 5 dice to attack with? Because he's got 2 Lion Beast guitars that can be paired. Those give him 2 dice each. And then that's 4. And then the White Lion armor gives him +1 to his speed, which actually increases not his movement, but the amount of attacks he can do. So he's got 5 total dice. That's not always a great thing because there's a trap in that hit location card that could activate if we get too many. Wow, we got 2 10s. And so 3 hits total. Now, let me see, does he get any benefit from perfect hits? I don't think so. Another deadly. So, not on the hits, nope. So nothing, no benefit from the perfect hits. So, but he does get 3 of them, so that's good. So the first one is the Restless Ear, the second one is the Restless Muzzle, and the third one is the Furry Throat. Great. No, he is, okay, not with a club. With a club, nope, with a club. So none of these have a particular bad effect. I think we'll just, this one knocks the monster down. So we're going to start with the Restless Muzzle. If we do critical, we'll knock him down. Now, what's his strength here? So we know that the beast is an 8. With Beowulf, the guitars are 3s. He's got +1 strength, so 4 +1 strength tokens, so 5. So he needs 3s or better to wound it. It is also deadly. These are deadly, so he needs 9s or 10s to critical. So on the Restless Muzzle, we get an 8. So we do, in fact, damage him. That's good. On the Furry Throat, we get a 9, which is a critical. So we criticaled on the Furry Throat, gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource. There's a chance that this blow snaps the Screaming Antelope's neck, killing it. Roll another d10. On a result of a 10, the Screaming Antelope dies instantly. Come on, come on, come on. A 4. Nope, so it does not die instantly, but we do wound it, and we gain a random resource. Here is the Screaming Antelope stuff. There's no way I want to take on a 2nd level Screaming Antelope with this crew, but we did get some extra items, which is good. There's a shank bone. Helpful. Very, very helpful. Alright, and let's see. What do we do next? We still have the ear, and possibly 1 more wound. An 8, so we did not critical, but we did, in fact, wound it again. That means we have to reshuffle his AI deck. We're down to, still got 5 cards to go, plus his basic card, but that was a good round for Beowulf, and he didn't activate any weird abilities for the creature. Okay, next up, I think now we will do Nona, or not Nona, but, sorry, Sif, attacking from behind with the daggers. She needs 6s. She got 2 hits. Perfect. All right. First one is the Restless Hoof, and the second one is the Delicate Inverted Knee. This one doesn't have a negative effect for failing, so we'll do that one first. Now, on her strength, she's going to be getting she's got a +1 strength, +1 token, +1 monster is 3, 4, 5, so she needs 3s or better to wound. Let's start with this one. A 6, so she did in fact wound with that one, and there's no negative effect. And then now on the Restless Hoof, a 3, I think she just hit, right? She did just hit, so we did not have the failure effect. And we get another wound on it. Alright, well, last but not least, we have Ragnar, who's going to move up. He can't get behind it. I guess I could have moved her over 1. Let's say I moved her over 1. That seems fair, right? She just stepped over 1 so that he can get in behind and attack with the sword. Now, he currently needs a 6, so he needs a 5 to hit. And what does this do? If I take his action, Scream, gain +1 movement, end of round, all the survivors gain +1 sanity. No point, so we're just going to attack it with the rib blade. And we get an 8, so we wound it. Let's see where we wound it. We wound it in the giant teeth. Oh, come on, let's get a critical wound on this, get another resource. All right, now he, again, it is deadly, and he has +1 luck, so he needs an 8, 9, or 10 to critical, and he rolled a 10 naturally, so he criticaled again. Now, this was super dense, but the rib blade is not, yeah, it's fine. It is not, there's nothing wrong with it. Gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource, so we gain another resource and another wound, which is awesome. So let's see what resource we get, and that's going to end up ending the player's turns, though we did finally get around this thing and get it done. What do we get? We get a Screaming Brain. I think that does some really good stuff for us, guys. This is going to be a good round for the settlement phase when we come back. However, it's back around to the Antelope now. Okay, let's draw his AI card, see what he gets. Stomp and Snort, random survivor in range. Well, there's plenty. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on a 9 or a 10 I pick a 10. Of course I'll pick. I will pick, what does it do? It does brain damage and knocks people down. Who's got the most brain damage that they can absorb? I guess that will be Sif, or Beowulf. I don't want to knock down Beowulf. Knock down, well, actually, turn to face the target, roll a d10. Okay, we'll do Beowulf. On a 4+, suffer 1 brain damage monster per monster level and knock down. In addition, if the target is insane, he is. So I don't, that's why I don't want to pick him. I want to pick Ragnar. Ragnar's not insane, he won't get the knockback. Okay, a 3, so it actually didn't happen again, because it's a 4 or better. So turns, snorts, and grunts, no effect. Our turns. This is awesome. Alright, here we go. Okay, Beowulf again. He's going to go 1. No, first we're going to attack with her. She's got to hit with that darn bow so we can get our proficiency. 10, she finally hits with 1 attack. Now, I don't think she gets anything for perfect hits. I'm looking at her gear. No, nope, nothing, but that's okay. We'll take the hit location, and she gets the Restless Teeny Hands. Those are the hands that are underneath there at the base of its weird gaping mouth thing under here. Under there. Just a gross creature all the way around. Alright, and so we do have a failure effect there, so she does not want to fail. Good news is, she's got +2 strength, and a strength token, so that's +3. That's 6 with the bow. So she needs she wounds on a 2 or better. And she got a critical. Wow, man, God, my dice rolls are just amazing on this game. I told you I got rid of all those 1s at the beginning. Gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource, twitching teeny fingers, rain down, all adjacent survivors gain +1 insanity. I'm not going to not take that. So, well, I have to. But everybody gains an insanity, and that was the last. There's only 2 AI cards left, so we can possibly kill it, and we also gain a resource. Okay, let's see, just do a quick shuffle. What do we get? We get a pelt. Well, pelts are good, we need them, because we're going to build more armor. I want more pelts. Okay, and the insanity. So I got to give everybody insanity. That's good, because Nona was at 0, so she's got 1 now. Beowulf's back up to 4. And Sif is up to 1. She's got 1 insanity now. And Ragnar actually becomes insane. He was at 2. That doesn't help him, though, because those stupid earrings aren't any good. So he's now to 3. So he's effectively insane, like everybody else. We're all mad in this crazy mad world. But now we're going back around. That was the first attack with Nona and her bow. So she gets to get her proficiency. And then I think we might as well... We got 2 cards left. Let's play it a little safer. We're going to start with Ragnar. He's going to swing with his rib blade because he's got such a good chance to hit. Now, from a to hit standpoint, can he get behind him? He cannot. So we should probably do... Now, we'll do Ragnar first. He'll just hit from the front, I guess, or he can move to the side. He'll step 1 over to the side with Beowulf and swing with his rib blade. He needs then 6s, a 6 to hit. Let's see if we can do it. A 2, so he missed. Okay. And then we'll go with Sif. She'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 behind it with her dagger. Now she needs... Sif doesn't have any bonuses to hit either, so she needs 7, so she needs 6s striking from behind. And she got 1 hit. Let's see what she gets. See, the reason I did these ones with the lower attacks before I did Beowulf is in case we run into the trap. I want to try and make sure we get rid of all the AI cards, and we're about to. Reflex, the monster turns to face the attacker. Okay, well, the good news is on this is that it's not going to really do much. So, now, it's going to do that regardless of whether or not she damages. She's got the dagger has strength of 2. She's got a strength bonus of 1, plus 1, 4. So she needs 5s, or 4s. Yeah, 4s. 5. So she wounded the, that's the last AI card. So she wounded the antelope with 1 more wound, and then the reflex takes place. It turns to face her, which is fine. And then Beowulf, who's just going to attack it from the side, he's got 5 dice, and he needs like a ridiculously low number to hit at this point. So the Katars are 7s. He's got a +2 accuracy, so he needs 5s. 5s to hit. I forgot about his accuracy. He's different than the other character. Anyway, he amazingly only got 1 hit out of that. Well, let me just double check. Is it just 5? To get any accuracy from anything else? The White Lion, no, that's +2 strength. Yeah, so he hit once. That's enough. That's all we need. That's probably good that he only hit once. And it's going to do something on a wound, but I'm not too worried about that. Now, strength-wise, he's got +2 strength from the lion armor. And he needs 1s. So if he rolls anything other than 1, he wounds. He rolls a 4. We killed the antelope. Boosh! Okay, that's the end of the antelope. So let's go wrap that up. We killed it. I expected we would. I didn't expect we'd take a lot of heat for it. So I thought it would be fine. And we were. So let's move on. Okay, so for a level 1 antelope, we gain a hunt experience. So Nona is up at, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she gains a proficiency with her bow. She's got a long way to go to get her mastery. Beowulf, he is going to be start his proficiency this turn, I think. Nope, he is going to. Yes, he will. He's going to get his age milestone. So we gotta do that because he got his hunt experience. So let's do that now. I'll go to the his age chart, and we'll age up Beowulf. The young Beowulf becomes a man and is now truly, truly powerful. He's a pretty good character. Anyway, let's go check out his age bonus and do that now. One thing I don't like about Discord is it's constantly making noise at me. I know I can turn it off, but it's frustrating because it's over there popping away and I know you're hearing it. Anyway, so he gains his first proficiency, and it's going to be in Katars. Go figure. So he's got 1 proficiency level with that. That's part of his age abilities. And you can see that Katars are one of them. And then he's going to roll on this chart. He's going to roll 2d10. Let's see what we get. An 8. Plus 1 permanent, no, gain 1 random fighting art. So we'll get the fighting arts out and we'll see what he gets. Okay, let's see what he gets there. He gets double dash. During your act, once per round, you may spend your action to gain. So he gets double dash. So he could dash, and then if we had dash, he could dash again. Beowulf just became very fast, which is really good for someone that has Katars. So he's tough, and he can double dash. Excellent job there. I like that. That works out well for him. Okay, and then we're going to continue on. So Beowulf got his experience. Sif got her first hunt experience, which doesn't give her much of anything else. And then Ragnar, he didn't use his ability, but he gains an extra hunt experience. He gains 2, which means he's almost at his 2nd age milestone. Remember, these guys age very quickly. And that is the end of that part. So let's go back to the Screaming Antelope now. And I think the only thing left, the thing we get left in rewards is resources. So let's get those out. Okay, so we're going to get 4 of each. Let's see what we get from the Screaming Antelope. Cut out one more time. There we go. We get 1 beast steak, another shank bone, a beast steak, and a spiral horn. I was hoping for pelts, but I didn't get them. That kind of sucks. All right, hides will help too. We'll get to make 1 more piece of the antelope armor. Probably should start piecing them together, but anyway, we get love juice, which I don't really need. A skull, always helpful, counts as a bone. 2 love juice and a hide. Okay, well, that's okay. Not great for us, just okay. Anyway, guys, it wraps up our showdown for Lantern Year 8. And remember, one of the reasons I did a light showdown this turn, and someone said that's probably a smart move, because we have a story event coming up, Nemesis encounter with the Kingsman. That's going to be a nasty one, so I didn't want to put anybody too much at risk. I wanted to gain some potential resources, some stuff that we can do before we have to take on the Kingsman. So hopefully we can build like another piece. We will be able to build another piece of the armor of the Antelope, so that's good, and maybe beef some of these guys up just a little bit more, switch them around. This may be the group that goes out after the Kingsman. The only thing I might switch out is Annabelle, and that's because Annabelle is still worthy of a fighter, even though she's got one arm. Her dagger wielding is good, and Sif is still fairly new. Annabelle's tough. She's got a lot of stuff she brings to the table. I want to bring Nona because Nona's got the red fist, and that gives everybody a strength token, which has helped us a lot. She's getting up there in experience too, so we got to be careful, a little careful with her, but she'll be all right. So guys, anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I will see you in the next video of this or something else. I've actually got 2 tables of things running right now. I've done a couple of unboxings. I did the unboxing for the official release of Darkest Night 2.0, which I have a very special surprise for you coming up on that one. And in addition to that, I have I did an unboxing of The Walking Dead No Sanctuary, which I'm preparing to do a playthrough of, so that'll be fun. Anyway, guys, thanks. I will talk to you in the next video.